What's poppin' YouTube? Today we're going to be reviewing the Amazon Halo, which is the newest piece of wearable tech from Amazon. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Michael and I'm constantly putting out new technology videos. So if you're into that type of thing, be sure to subscribe. We got new videos here every single week. Now I want to start this review video off talking first about the price, because at the time of filming this video, the only way you can actually get an Amazon Halo is through invite only. So yes, the device itself is $65 for the invite period or $100 when it launches, but there's also a separate $399 monthly subscription feature. Now the good news here is that you do get 6 months free when you purchase the device, but after that, it's a monthly charge that automatically starts going unless you contact Amazon customer service to cancel it. And if you choose to keep that $399 monthly subscription, you'll get access to all 15 features. If not, you're gonna get access to 6 less features. Those 6 less features being body, tone, the activity score, the activity intensity, the sleep score, and the sleep stages. At any point in this video you're interested in purchasing this or just checking out the Amazon product page, the link to buy this is in the description down below. And hey, while you're down there, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm. So taking a look around the actual device here, we can see it's an incredibly small device. It's actually got Bluetooth 5.0 built into it, as well as 2 built-in speakers. In addition to that, it's also swim-proof and water resistant. So if you go swimming and you want to work out using this band, you'll be able to do that. You'll also notice that there are some grooves inside of this Halo device itself, and these are actually to put different accessories on to the actual Halo device. So Amazon is selling different bands, and you can actually purchase these bands on Amazon's website. I'll leave a separate link if you want to check out some of these bands. They got various different price points, but essentially when you purchase the device, you'll get just a fabric band like this. If you want to get more of a silicone kind of plasticky feel, which I personally like, I think it feels a lot better on your wrist, you can go ahead and check out the product link in the description below. And they have a bunch of colors to choose from. I got the white and black one here. Installing it's super simple. You just got to find the actual grooves inside of the actual Halo device itself. And then you can see they have some rubber feet right there, and you just kind of line them up. Kind of push it in the device just like so, and then you're good to go. You put it back on your wrist and go about your day. So now that we've covered the price point, the membership subscription, and some of the hardware built into this device, let's get into some 4 big features that Amazon is pushing with this. The first one I want to talk about here is the activity tracker. Now this is different from a lot of other activity trackers that we see on something like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch. Unlike some other activity trackers, this actually uses time instead of calories burned or time spent working out. You can still track your calories burned and your time spent working out, but you're actually going to want to hit a 150-point goal each week. So the way you actually get points with this band is you'll get 2 points per minute for intense activity, 1 point per minute for moderate activity, and then 1 point every 20 minutes for light activity. You'll actually lose points if you're too sedentary throughout the day. At the end of the day, if you end up getting less than 150 points, that is actually considered unhealthy. Anything from 150 to 299 is considered healthy. And then if you get anything above 300, that is considered very active. So really your goal with this, if you decide to purchase the Halo band, is to get between 150 to at least 299 points or minutes of activity per week. It does automatically start tracking your workouts, so if you go outside for a run or on the treadmill or something, you don't actually have to go into the app and say that you're gonna start a workout. You just start doing it and it'll start tracking based off of your steps and your heart rate. And if at any point you want to see how long you're working out for, you can check the actual Halo app and you can actually scroll down and click on a workout and you can see time you spent there, the amount of steps you took, and then this is where you can actually see the calories burned. You can also see things like your heart rate as well, your resting heart rate, your average heart rate. It's all built into this feature. The next feature I want to talk about here is this sleep tracking that's built into this as well. So obviously this will track your sleep and it's going to tell you basically 3 to 4 stages of sleep. It'll tell you when you're awake, obviously, but then it's also going to tell you when you're in REM sleep or rapid eye movement sleep, when you're in light sleep, or when you're in deep sleep. Now, in order for this to work, you obviously will have to wear this to bed each night, which a lot of people might consider to be kind of annoying. I personally didn't find a problem with it. I was still able to get to sleep just fine. And it was actually kind of interesting waking up in the morning and seeing how I kind of slept throughout the day and how that correlated to how I felt when I woke up in the morning or how groggy I felt throughout the day. How accurate this actually is another question I kind of had. I'm not sure how we can track this. I personally, when I'm sleeping, I don't know if I'm in REM sleep or light sleep or deep sleep. I just wake up and the app told me I was. I will say though, on days that I did feel less groggy, it did say that I got more deep sleep and REM sleep. It also tells you how long it actually took you to get to sleep. And in my experience, it takes me usually at least 30 minutes, sometimes a lot more to get to sleep. It just takes me a long time to get to sleep. The average person should take about 15 to 30 minutes, but I'm usually more like 30 to 60 minutes. And there were some nights where it told me I fell asleep within 9 minutes, and I knew that was just not true. I believe the night it actually said that I fell asleep in 9 minutes, I think I was awake for at least an hour that night. So there's some tracking here that they still might need to work out. You do have to keep in mind throughout this review video that this is a first generation product, and a lot of this stuff might be able to fix with software updates in the future. At the same time though, you should expect features to work if you're paying $65 or $100 for it, or $4 a month. So hopefully this is something they adjust going forward through a software update. Next, let's talk about the tone of voice analysis feature. Now, this was a very interesting feature that I tried out in a variety of different styles. We'll talk about it here. First, what you should know is that if you don't use the tone of voice feature, which is something you can turn off, you should get about 5 to 7 days of battery life with this, and that includes wearing it to bed each night. If you turn on the voice analysis feature, you're probably going to get closer to 1 to 2 days depending on how often you want the device listening to you. And the actual tone of voice analysis feature was kind of cool. It basically tells you how you sound throughout the day. If you sound like you have a lot of energy or a little energy, it'll give you a summary at the end of the day when you open up the Halo app, or really at any time you open up the Halo app. And then it also offers live voice tracking. So if you're in a meeting or preparing for a presentation and you're going over your script, you can see how you sound to other people. At least that's the goal with it. My experience with this was, it is kind of cool. I did kind of like being able to use that live feature to see how I sounded when I was just talking to friends or on a meeting at work or something like that. But kind of like this sleep feature, there is a bit of tracking issues here as well. For example, a lot of times at the end of the day, I would go look at how I sounded throughout the day, and it just said I sound neutral. There was one day where it said I sounded 100% neutral at every point in the day, and I know that was not true. In addition to that, this is also a privacy concern. You are going to have an Amazon device listening to literally every single word you say and then analyzing it to see how you sound throughout the day. Some of the worries here were, if I sound happy throughout the day, will Amazon try to market me and sell me something? Amazon has actually come out and said that this is not the case. They're very privacy focused on this device. It's one of the reasons why they built an entirely new app around it, and it's also one of the reasons why Alexa is not on this device. Apologies if your echoes just went off. But at the end of the day, you have to remember, if you're privacy conscious and you don't want Amazon listening to every single word you say, you can A, not use this feature, or B, just not buy this device. So let's kind of sum up everything with this voice tone analysis feature. It is a cool feature, but I didn't see it working that well, and when I ended up getting the data, I didn't even know what to do with it. It was kind of just data that was like, oh cool, that's interesting to look at, but I didn't know where to go from there. In addition to that, because it ended up giving me such a significantly less amount of battery, as well as the privacy concern behind it, I decided to just turn the feature off altogether. So something to keep in mind if you're buying this device specifically for the voice tone analysis feature, I more so see this feature as kind of like an additional feature. It should not be the primary reason why you purchase this device. Next, let's talk about another feature that also has some privacy concerns around it as well, and that's actually the body scan feature. So the way this works is it actually gives you a 3D model of your body, and then you can calculate your percentage of body fat with that 3D model. And they actually have a slider built into the app where you can drag it down or drag it up and see how your body might look with more body fat or less body fat. In addition to the 3D body scan, this is also where you'll track your weight. The way this works is, guys, essentially just think of yourselves in some swim trunks, or ladies, essentially just think of yourselves in a 2-piece swimsuit, and you're just gonna take 4 different pictures of your body, a front, 2 sides, and then a back. From there, these pictures get sent to the Amazon cloud. They analyze it to create a 3D model of your body, and then the pictures are immediately deleted after the 3D model is uploaded to your specific account on your Halo app. Kind of a lot going on here, but the privacy concern is obviously what happens if those pictures were to get out. And the way Amazon is addressing this privacy concern is, after it's uploaded to the cloud and that 3D model is generated, those pictures are completely deleted from the cloud and they only exist on your physical device on the Halo app. And again, let's come closer here, because there's a super simple solution for this privacy issue. If you're concerned about it, don't use the feature or don't buy the device. Very, very simple solutions. I know it might seem complex, but it's super, super simple. I promise you it'll work. And at this point in the video, I want to know what's your guys' opinion on some of these privacy concerns. We talked about the voice tone analysis as well as the 3D body scanning, and those are kind of the 2 big issues that people have concerns with this device. And I'm not just talking Amazon here, whether it's Apple or Google. Let me know what you think about privacy in the digital age. I'm curious to know. Leave a comment down below. I read pretty much all the comments, reply to a lot of them. Let's have a conversation down there. Overall though, I do think this is a good fitness band. I think for $100, that's a good price point to be at. I like that you can switch out the bands pretty easily. I don't love the $3.99 a month subscription feature. I feel like that can make your device really expensive really quickly, especially if you plan to have this for 2, 3, 4 years, but that's a decision you'll have to make on your own. For $100 though, if you're into Amazon, I would definitely check this out. If you're not a huge Amazon lover, you might want to check out something like the Fitbit. They also have a $100 band, and it actually includes a screen. You'll notice, obviously this does not have a screen on it. If you already have a smartwatch, like my Apple Watch here, or a Samsung Gear, there's not gonna be a ton of benefits you get with this. Mainly because everything that this can do, a smartwatch can do, and in my opinion, just does it just a little bit better. But I know there are some people out there who like to use 2 different pieces of technology or have 2 different softwares, and I think this would be a good option to do it. Like I said though, I would just check out like Fitbit before you really go forward and make this purchase. Hope you guys enjoyed the review video of the Amazon Halo. If you're interested in purchasing this, again, the link is down in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and be sure to leave a comment letting me know your opinions on the Halo ban as well as privacy in the 2020 digital age that we're currently in. And if you want to check out my unboxing and setup video, there's probably an annotation floating around my head right now, so be sure to check that out. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a great rest of your day.